Hello everybody, it's me, Robin, and 10 years ago on this very day, I released my first ever video about Ace Attorney, the top 5 prosecutors and defense attorneys in the series, and on this decade-long anniversary, I cannot believe already 10 years have passed, I'm going to be reacting to that very video. I don't exactly know how this is gonna go. I expect a lot of cringe because I was 16 when I made this. I'm 26 now. Time is fleeting. I think I remember the order of this video, surprisingly enough. Maybe not fully. I remember some of the things I said, but, you know, maybe some other parts were largely forgotten, probably for the best, but oh boy, this is gonna be interesting, seeing how much I've changed since then. But all right, let's just get right into it. Just watch this fucking thing. Let's go. Oh, not looking forward to this. Oh no. Oh. I'm going to die of cringe before this video is over. All right. Let's just get into it. Let's get this over with.
And so, upon the creation of the English translation of Ace Attorney, objection became the most widely used word in the English language.
Sure it did.
Wait a sec.
That's me.
This is a manga.
Oh god, it's already bad. Oh, what? First of all, why are you holding it upside down? Secondly, that's not even in that. Third, fun fact, I got that from the library. I'd only watched the Soul Eater anime by this point. I never read the manga. Dumbass. Why did I even make this skit? I think because I was into the Countdown community at the time, and I didn't understand like why these skits were made. I thought, oh, is a funny skit happen? I didn't realize that, oh, they should actually be related, because what the fuck does this have to do with anything? Oh god, alright. And just toss it. Bye-bye. Oh, the epic intro, yeah! Oh god.
I've been playing a lot lately. It's the Ace Attorney series. It seemed pretty good, so I thought I'd try it out, and now the franchise has easily moved up to being one of my favorites. What makes it so awesome, you ask?
I will say, even after all this time, Ace Attorney is still one of my favorites. It's not my favorite thing ever, like, maybe I've implied in the past, but it's still up there. I still really love Ace Attorney.
Well, it's the music, the story, the graphics, and of course, the characters.
The graphics and of course the characters. Why did I mention the graphics as like, oh, that's why I really love this series? Like, whatever.
Now I'll be judging each character by the following: their backstory, their role in the game, how well they do their job, and other miscellaneous things such as that. And also,
how about just judge them on like how well written they are? You think about that? 16-year-old me? Probably not. I didn't understand a fucking thing about character writing back then.
so there will be spoilers on this list. Like, a lot for the entire series. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then I suggest you leave this video immediately. And finally,
Immediately. Get out. Fuck off. Fuck you. You haven't seen the series? Fuck you. Get out of here.
despite me not playing the game, I will be including characters from Dual Destinies on this list.
Oh yeah! What? Paper Mario? Excuse me? What are you doing here? It's anyways, but at this time, I didn't have like a 3DS in order to actually play Dual Destinies, but I watched a playthrough of it. I think at some points falling asleep during it, but I just like, that's good enough. But, you know, it's Ace Attorney, so you can get a gauge of, like these characters and what you like about them from just watching it. So, you know, I don't think I was wrong in that regard, at least. But Paper Mario, huh?
Hey, if Speedster can get a pass on including the 1,000-Year Door on his favorite games list, but only have played 2 chapters into the game, then I think I should be able to include characters from a game that I only viewed a walkthrough on. After all...
Oh. Who? Some people might not even know who that is. Like, oh my god.
So now, I'm very pleased to say, let's get
that in. Yeah. Ever heard of a pop filter?
Started.
I think I just had like a shitty headset to record this on, where it was just a really crappy Logitech headset. Oh my god, old. Let's get started. Judge, it's all Dual Destinies footage. Top 5 Phoenix Wright attorneys and prosecutors.
Your Honor.
Number 5 attorney. Number 5 best attorney ever. Who did I even put on this? I don't remember.
Ready.
Objection!
Who's this one?
Start off the attorney's side of this list.
Did I put Kristoph Gavin on this? I think I did. Did I play Investigations 2 at this time? I don't know if I did, actually. Because if I did, I probably would have put, like, Raymond Shields on it. My guess. Because, remember, at this time, all we had up to was Dual Destinies. Not even the crossover with Professor Layton was out yet. There was no, like, the crossover was not released in the US. No Spirit of Justice. And no Great Ace Attorney. Those didn't even exist yet. So I think I didn't play Investigations 2 at the time, so I think all I had to go off of was, like, who do I put in here? Kristoph Gavin, he'll do.
We have Kristoph Gavin.
Hello, Gavin. Oh no. Oh, these crusty pictures of the characters. Oh god. I think what I did was, when you save a picture in, like, Google, I didn't blow it up properly. I didn't click on it and then save it as. I clicked on the preview of it and saved it that way. So that's why it's so compressed and pixely, and there's all this, like jagged whiteness about it. And I just went into Photoshop and used a magic wand tool, because I'm pretty sure PNGs of these already exist now. I didn't need to do this. This is more work than it needed to be. Why is Kristoph on this in the first place? He's a bad guy.
He also has this grudge against Phoenix Wright for whatever reason.
For whatever reason? Did you play the game? No. For whatever reason? No. It's a petty reason, but it is a reason, not for whatever reason. Like, Phoenix took his client because he was better at poker. He's like, fuck you. Well, fine. If I can't be his attorney, then you're losing your job, bitch.
He does this purposefully by giving Wright falsified evidence during Zach Gamarai's trial, causing Wright to lose his attorney's badge. He then went on to kill Shady Smith, who was Zach in reality, and put the blame on Wright, and also debuting Apollo's court career.
Debuting?
And later, in that same...
Did I say debuting? What is English?
Trial, Kristoph was found to be the real murderer. But it wasn't until the final case in Apollo Justice that Kristoph would show his face again. He's been in solitary confinement the entire time between the second case and the fourth one, and Kristoph was up to more dastardly deeds yet again because he's the one that killed the victim in the case, Drew Misham.
Misham, first of all, and he killed... dastardly deeds. What is this, a Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Points because he plotted the murders 7 years in advance. Quite clever thinking on Kristoph's part by putting very lethal poison on his stamp that will go unused for 7 long years. Also, more points awarded all over the fucking place for plan-
What? Why, thank you, good chap. What? That's not how he talks. What does this have to do with him as an attorney? I think I was really just... This list is very confusing. Like, am I judging them based on how, like, their characters, or, like, their job as, like, how well they do their jobs? Like, this is a very unfocused list, and I feel like I was really stretching on what to say about Kristoph to try to justify his placement on this list.
I'd say for an Ace Attorney boss, he's one of the best, considering all the time travel you have to go through in order to...
Okay, it's what is this? The Mason system? I forget what it's called, but the Mason system, it's not time travel, but it's really confusing in the way you could just freely go between, like, you know, the past and the present, that it feels like time travel. That's probably why I called it that. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, other people confused it for that too, because that's kind of what it feels like.
Find the truth. And finally, once you get back to the fourth case and play as Apollo, after a lengthy battle in court and his saying of owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make.
What did that say?
The battle in court and his saying of owning the same nail.
Actually, this was his beginning saying of his first cross-examination. Did I spell that right?
Polish does not a murderer make.
Why did I bring that up? It's a lot. It's like kind of a funny line, sure, but why? Why did I so need to specify that?
It's pretty damn satisfying to see Kristoph give one of the best breakdowns in the series, being right up there with Manfred von Karma's Inferio Tigres. And
I will agree with that. Those are two pretty good, like, breakdowns. This has more to do with, you know, explaining why he's like a good villain more than the defense attorney. Like, I mean, this definitely was a real stretch to explaining, like, why I wanted to place him on here.
Speaking of his breakdown, let's face it, it's practically a combination of Kristoph going Super Saiyan and finding out that Wright just died while on a stealth mission. So
what was that? Oh my god. No. Let me see that. Let me see that Photoshop. Oh. You didn't even know what Dragon Ball was back then. Fuck off. Oh man. Shut the fuck up.
Personally, I'd like to have a DLC case of one of Kristoph's trials to see how he works in court, but that's just me. Overall, even though Kristoph is one of the best villains in the series, I can't put him higher than number 5. But he gets included because even though there are only 4 playable defense attorneys, Kristoph's such a badass that I can make an exception, thus placing him at number 5.
Who else would you pick in this instance? Like, who, okay, like going by my logic of why I, like, what games I had played, who else would I have had? Like, there's Phoenix, Apollo, Athena, Mia, and based on just all the games that I had played at the time, I don't think there was anyone else I could have put on here, because I didn't play Investigations 2 at that time. I could have gone with Edgeworth? Sure, let's go with that.
Objection!
Hello, Franziska.
And on the prosecutor's...
Okay, I'll give myself this. I did like that little objection of of the character before, like, I started properly talking about them. I actually think that's a little neat little trick, even though it gives away who it is, and I'm trying to build suspense. Oh, who could it be? I think I remember some of the stuff I said, and I want to slap myself, because what are you talking about?
Side of the list, we have the fool who foolishly thought she could beat Phoenix Wright, but was such a foolish fool to think so, Franziska von Karma.
Oh, Franziska. Bad bitch,
Let me say that I really don't like Franziska that much.
How the times have changed. Oh, man. I don't like Franziska all that much. What character does she have? Shut the fuck up.
Said not 5 seconds ago, she is a complete asshole about things.
I feel like I wasn't understanding why she was such an abrasive character and you know, attacking people all the time. Like, it's comical that she's just basically allowed to bring a whip in and just assault people.
But we do get some backstory on her. Only some, though. She was born and raised...
Only some. I mean, sure, there's not a whole lot of backstory to Franziska explicitly, but there's a lot to gauge for her character because, like, how much, pressure she has on her because she is the daughter of Von Karma. That's a lot of pressure, and she wants to, defeat Phoenix because, she could never beat Edgeworth. Edgeworth was always ahead of her, so if she could beat, the man who beat Edgeworth, then, that'd be, she would justify basically everything about herself as being the best. Maybe, she could live up to her father's reputation.
We'll give Franziska one thing. She's not a complete and utter fucking bastard as her asshole of a father, Manfred. But
I really did not like Manfred von Karma for the reasons they wanted me to not like him, because I took him totally seriously, like, oh, fuck this guy, he sucks! When, not realizing, yeah, he does. He's evil. That's the point of his character. You're not supposed to like him. Like, I really let my dislike of him go to my head, and I ran with it. They worked me. Good job, Shu Takumi. You got me on that one.
Pretty damn crude to Edgeworth, even though she's his stepsister. Really, Franziska?
Huh? Really, Franziska? Really?
That eventually did happen, but not before Mia was killed by that same fucker, Red White.
I hate this guy almost as much as I hate Von Karma. I'd say I don't like Red White for different reasons, not because of like how they wanted me to. He just sucks as a villain.
And also at this time she was dating Diego Armando, aka.
Were they dating? I don't know if they were dating. I think Godot liked her. I don't know if she reciprocated the same feelings. Where am I getting this information? I think Grossberg in the first case of Trials and Tribulations says he's her boyfriend.
Godot. But it's because of Mia that Phoenix was able to win all the trials that he was in through her method of thinking outside the box. Did I forget to mention that she's also the sister of Maya Fey? Because
no shit. They have the same last name. Oh my god.
She is. Also, it's not that hard to notice that she's hot.
Sincerely apologize if I offended anyone with that previous statement. Oh, oh my god. Oh. Oh.
But as a downside, because she helps Phoenix so much, hell, she tagged along with you for the second half of the third case in the first game. This is what causes her to be lower.
I don't think that's good justification for that at all. She acts as a good mentor to Phoenix, and she's able to really see past everything and give Phoenix advice to helping him win. I'd say that's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty damn good for her justification for being on this list. Like, come on now.
Objection!
Hello.
Oh yeah,
Klavier.
baby. It's
Klavier.
Klavier Gavin. Klavier is...
Kakarot! Klavier. I have no idea how it's pronounced. It's not Gavin. Oh, that guy probably is gay though. He's at least bisexual. Like, come on now.
Is that how you say it? Maybe it's Klavier because he grew up in Germany. But that sounds more French. How the fuck do you pronounce... Klavier is the younger brother of Kristoph Gavin and is also the lead singer of his own band, the Gaviners. He started both prosecuting and his band in the same year, where their song, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight.
Nailed it.
And also I can't go without mentioning this guy's main theme. Guilty Love was probably one of the best songs in the entire series. Just
why does that need to be mentioned for justification as to why he's on this list?
listen to this shit.
Oh yeah, get it, dude. Oh yeah.
It's pretty fucking awesome, isn't it? But even though Klavier is one awesome prosecutor, he's lower on this list because he's more friendly towards Apollo than he should be as far as Ace Attorney goes.
Weren't you just complaining that, like, Franziska was an asshole towards everyone? But oh, the Klavier is too friendly towards Apollo, and he needs to be mean.
I like to see the main prosecutors of the games as either anti-heroes or flat-out villains.
I think there's only one prosecutor on this whole list that is just a flat-out villain, and that's Godot, because, you know, they don't have to be anti-heroes. They're not anti-heroes! They're their own complex characters. That's not fucking anti-hero. Fuck you!
Edgeworth, anti-hero. Franziska von Karma, more of a villainous anti-hero. Godot, complete villain.
Yeah? Kind of.
I personally would like to know why he became a prosecutor in the first place. Is it to find the truth? Is it to promote your own band while in court so you can get more money? Is it just to be a flat-out asshole? Some clarification would be nice, and I'd like to know more about his life while he was in Germany. Also, I felt as if
Why does that matter? That didn't matter for Franziska. Didn't matter for Von Karma. Why does that matter here? Klavier's kind of a boring character, though.
he could have been used more in Dual Destinies, as he only popped up at various times in Turnabout Academy. I kinda wish he could have been used as a prosecutor more than just your tag-along friend to help you find shit and talk about how he was once part of the Gaviners.
You know what I think? Klavier didn't need to be in that game. Is this Apollo? I think it's Apollo.
Objection! Yes, I like Apollo Justice more than Mia Fey.
I think this was a time when I had the idea that Apollo was just this largely disliked character. I don't know how accurate that was back then, and I don't know how accurate that is now. I like Apollo. I'd say more than Mia Fey. I just don't know if, you know, I need to be going like, that's right, everybody. I like Apollo more than Mia Fey because, haha, I'm quirky and I go against, you know, what everyone else thinks. I'd say my opinion of Apollo is higher since Spirit of Justice has released. I know that might be a point of contention for some people. To say the least, my opinion of him has grown since, you know, this video has been out.
Some of you may be thinking, this is total bullshit. Apollo Justice sucked. You don't even play as Phoenix Wright during—
We're talking about the Apollo Justice game here. Shut up. Stop it. Stay on topic.
that game. To which I respond, it's my opinion, I feel as if it's overhated, and for pretty much half of the fourth case you play as Phoenix. You even play in a trial with the music from the first game against Klavier Gavin. But
what does this have to do with Apollo himself? Oh, how the times have changed that I think Apollo Justice the game is overhated. Ooh, that's very different how I think nowadays.
But I do find Apollo to be an enjoyable little squirt of an attorney with him shouting, I'm fine all the goddamn time. Just imagine when you're in a situation when you're just a little bit confused and you yell, I'm fine.
I think people would say you're a nut job. This is me pretending to play a game and being like, oh, there's the Logitech headset that I was talking about earlier. This is why this mic quality sucks in this video. This is me pretending to play Skyward Sword. I think so. What? Is that my little funny phone?
Are you sure you're playing Skyward Sword, right?
Who's gonna know this? Who's speaking to me right now? Who got a hold of my number that they're like, they're also watching me do this and they're like, you know, I should go check up on, you know, them and be like, are you playing the game right? When you just flailing your arms around and just... What omnipotent friend have I made that they know this?
I'm fine!
Ooh, Echo. Then just go
also,
back
I just absolutely love
it.
how Apollo gets called a demon because of his hair. Another entertaining fact.
That was in one case. That was in one case that happens, I'm pretty sure, and you're like, I gotta mention this factoid that he gets called a demon.
You know how Phoenix has his magatama to see into people's hearts to know when they're lying? Well, Apollo has something similar to that. He has a bracelet that tightens when somebody is telling a lie. I personally think this is better than the magatama because it's fun to see what types of things people unknowingly do when they're lying in their testimony. And
oh wow, oh man, how things have not aged well for sure in this video in terms of my opinions, because holy shit, that could not be further from the truth. It's fine ability, I just would not say that I like it more than the Magatama, definitely not.
The backstory behind Apollo was quite unexpected when it was revealed. So basically, Phoenix's adopted daughter Trucy was the child of Zach Gamurai, who was married to
What? Okay, another thing with this video is I'm trying to explain it for, like, people who haven't watched the series, that, you know, they haven't experienced Ace Attorney at all. When this video was made for people who have played Ace Attorney. So why do I have to explain it for, like, you know, oh well, in case you don't know, I gotta explain that, oh, Trucy is Phoenix's adopted daughter. Like, we know.
An unknown man, and those two had a son, and you'll never believe who that son was. Yes, it's Apollo. So all this.
No shit. Where are you going with this statement? Who could it be? And who was that son? That's right. It was Apollo.
This time, Apollo has been with his half-sister on these investigations to find the murderer of the victims in each case. But wait, if Trucy and Apollo are half-brother and half-sister, and Phoenix is Trucy's adoptive daughter, then that means Apollo is, by law, Phoenix's son.
Little funny Star Wars reference there. I don't think that's how that works, though. I don't think so. Maybe? I'm not versed in legal matters. If anyone wants to explain if this is technically correct down below, go ahead. I'd love to hear it, but just like I don't think that's how that works.
But Apollo does get some points for the comic relief that's present throughout both Apollo Justice and Dual Destinies. Speaking of Dual Destinies, I like that in this game more things get revealed about Apollo, even though I do stand by that. Dual Destinies, for all its flaws, gave Apollo character beyond just he's a lawyer and he's the straight man reacting to, you know, everyone else's antics. They may be very few. We find out that Apollo was childhood friends with the victim in Case 4, Clay Tarrant, who, just like Apollo, had no mother. So this...
It's something. More really needed to be done with this throughout the game, because it was just kind of dropped in that case, and that's it. It is, you know, like, justification for his actions in that case, and, you know, it's something. Probably needed more, you know, in this game for him. Granted, in, you know, the first Ace Attorney game, Phoenix's backstory was explained just in that one case, but, you know, still, here, probably could use more time in the oven.
Brought them together, and they were friends since. And this is what causes Apollo to do an investigation on his own during the 5th case. However,
You're just explaining plot details of the game. What does this have to do with his character? You're just explaining what happens. Stop it. Explain more about why he's a good character.
Overall, even though Apollo may be one of the funniest characters in the series, along with the
Is he? I don't think he's that funny. He's just kind of the straight man reacting in a lot of similar ways to Phoenix did. Not exactly, but that's just kind of where the humor for him comes from. He's not that funny. I wouldn't put him as like the funniest, like one of the funniest characters in the series. Why did I even think that?
Story revealed on him. But Apollo still remains to be
yeah,
awesome,
I'm like for
and
once.
that's why he's number 3.
I remember.
Is also ready. Objection!
Oh boy. Edgeworth at number 3. I can't wait to hear why I felt the need to not have Edgeworth at number 1. Why I dare, why I have the audacity to put him as low as number 3. I think it was because I like, at the time, I just thought Edgeworth was overrated because, you know, oh, everyone around me loves him. He's everyone's favorite Ace Attorney character, but my favorite Ace Attorney character is Godot, and I'm the only one. So you know what? I think Edgeworth is overrated, and I just really felt the need to justify to myself that, no, I am not wrong. Edgeworth's good, but he's not that good, damn it!
Yes, the great Miles Edgeworth is only number 3.
This is an outrage! Grrr! How dare you put Edgeworth not at number 1? You are going to be criticized on the internet, and people will clown on you for daring to put Edgeworth not at number 1.
Edgeworth may be one of the most badass characters in any video game. There are definitely better
okay, Edgeworth is smooth and cool in the Ace Attorney series. I'd even go as far as to say badass within Ace Attorney. In all of video games, badass? I don't think so. That's all of video games. That is a stretch. Edgeworth's cool as a cucumber, and he's awesome. Badass to that extent, though. I don't think so, man.
Prosecutors in the series. For one thing, you even play as Edgeworth while he's a defense attorney in the first part of Bridge to the Turnabout. But
Edgeworth's a fraudster. He played as a defense attorney one time. Nope. Maximum fraud alert. He's a hack.
That's not to say that Edgeworth isn't still fucking awesome, because he is. Edgeworth is a cool, British, and just flat-out awesome character over so many things.
He's not British. He has like a British inflection in his voice, but he's not British. He was born in the States. Or, America, Japan, wherever. And then he, like, studied overseas or something with Von Karma, maybe.
One of these things includes his backstory. Edgeworth was the son of an esteemed lawyer.
Wait a second. Did I play Investigations 2 at this time? Maybe I did, because I'm using footage of it here. Why didn't I put Raymond Shields or... What? Gregory Edgeworth, he was right there! He's playable! What was I thinking? Why did I put Kristoph on this when there were other options if I did play Investigations 2? I don't remember if I did or not now. I'm second guessing myself. Am I lying to myself? What happened?
But he managed to do the unthinkable and put a penalty on Von Karma's record. This caused Von Karma to be depressed and not work for a while.
You're just recounting the events of what happened. Explain about his character. This isn't like... What are you doing?
But it was really that bastard Von Karma who killed Wright.
I hate this fucker.
After that, Von Karma took Edgeworth in as his adoptive son. And Von Karma, being the prosecutor
I don't think so. I don't know where I got this idea that he adopted Edgeworth. I think maybe it was adoption. He took him in, he took care of him to, raise him as a prosecutor, but adopted? I don't remember if he did that or not.
He raised Edgeworth to become a prosecutor instead of a defense attorney like Edgeworth had originally planned to be. And Edgeworth followed Von Karma into the path of everyone getting a guilty verdict. See, this is the type of scumbag that I can't fucking stand.
Okay, calm down a little. We get it, you hate Von Karma.
Edgeworth revealed to us. The developers down at Capcom were probably all like, hey, Edgeworth is so fucking popular.
That's 3 hands! So popular. There's 3 people.
Create a game to print us more money for all the Edgeworth fanboys out there where the characters are just lazily mirrored when they appeared on the opposite side that they normally appear. Ha ha!
lazily print us more money. Okay, just no. Fun fact: this game didn't sell that well, and is a reason why part of a reason why Investigations 2 never came to the West. I'm pretty sure.
Aha! So yeah. Anyways, what Edgeworth was doing shortly after Trials and Tribulations was investigating the various murders and events all relating to the great thieves known as the Yatagarasu. And Ace Attorney Investigations was so popular that Capcom decided to make a sequel that has yet to be released outside of Japan.
I think I did play it at this time, actually, because I actually remember editing this in, as a little Mother 3 reference. I must have played this by then, so yeah, why was Kristoph there?
And is currently being translated into English by the fans of the series. But even as awesome as Edgeworth is, he can't really be higher than number 3 because he sometimes helps Phoenix when he's supposed to be the enemy. But
what? Why is that a problem?
Edgeworth is still awesome and is one of the best anti-heroes in gaming.
He's not an anti-hero, and in all of gaming, you say. All of gaming. Okay. Alright, buddy, whatever you say. Oh god. No. I need a breather before this one. Oh no, I'm going to die. Fuck. I remember what I said here. It haunts me to this day. Oh, I die a little inside thinking about what I said in this segment. Oh no, rest in peace, me. I guess I'm gonna have a heart attack. Let's get this over with.
Objection!
Hello, Athena.
Yes, Athena Cykes makes it up high on my list. She has one of the most interesting backstories out of all the characters in the series, and
interesting is, I'm thinking of a different video, and Have I been worrying for nothing? I've meshed into 2 different videos. I might be thinking of my like top Ace Attorney characters video where I gushed out on Athena and was like, oh, I love Athena, she's top
tier waifu material.
I think I'm safe.
She's pretty damn likable as a character with her silly anime-style scenes in the cutscenes. Okay, that one scene, but still. Athena has a special ability to hear the mood of people just by the sound of their voice. That's pretty awesome to me. And just like how Phoenix, Apollo, and Edgeworth have something to help them deduce people's statements, Athena has Widget, which helps her with people's emotions. You've got happy, sad, angry, and surprised. The way that this works is that Athena uses Widget to review what people said and points out the emotion that stands out the most in the saying.
We know! We played Ace Attorney! We know what it does!
Athena grew up in the Gaxa space station.
Gaxa, Gyat! The Gyat space station! Oh, shit! Ohio Riz moment, Gyat!
With her mother, Athena Cykes. But because of her special hearing ability, she was overloaded with the emotions around her. After that, she became friends with Juniper Woods, who
there's a lot of interesting things you can talk about with like Athena, and like how her like how she delves into like mental health aspects, and that's a really interesting angle to take her character and her ability. But no, it's just to like, oh, this is what she does in the game, and you know, this, and you know, I think she's cute, and that's why she's number 2.
And this is where Athena's reasoning comes into place. She became a defense attorney just so she could get Simon acquitted of all charges. Though it may be the strangest reason of all to become a defense attorney, it definitely shows how much Athena actually cares.
Strange? I don't know. It's very specific and shows you know how much she cared about him, which that's a good aspect about her character, but it's the strangest reason to become a defense attorney.
My only problem is that she's playable only in the 3rd case of Dual Destinies, but maybe, just maybe, one day we'll get Athena Cykes, Ace Attorney.
Oh, you'll be waiting, all right. You'll be waiting for a long time. It never came out.
Yeah, That'll be awesome. Anyways,
it sure was awesome. This game that I never played and is never gonna get made, probably. Just you watch. Just you watch. When it's like these words are gonna come back to bite me in the ass, and it's gonna like Athena Cykes Ace Attorney finally announced. It's Ace Attorney 7, baby.
Silence.
Well, Mr. Blackquill.
Yep, Simon Blackquill beats out Edgeworth. But I couldn't really help
Yep, that's right. Simon Blackquill better than Edgeworth. Shut the fuck up.
myself but to just love Blackquill. I mean, this guy is a freaking badass. He's a samurai.
Especially for using this word. What word?
Badass.
What sort of devilry are you up to? Especially for using this word. Okay. Huh? Why does that make him a badass? He says, what devilry are you up to? Explain yourself.
Yes, Simon was found guilty of murder and was sentenced to death.
What? You explained this in the last segment. Why are you explaining it again, you moron?
Also, he has quite the backstory. Not everything gets explained, but what does?
Not everything gets explained. Yeah, you want a full biography about these motherfuckers that you have to sit through to learn, you know, what they're all about? Shut up.
And I can say that this guy has the best freaking objection in the entire series. I mean, just listen to this shit.
Objection.
Isn't it? It's fine. I don't know why I'm trying to quantify like which objection like sound clip is the best one. It's fine. They're all the same.
Isn't it fucking awesome? And this guy
Sure
is
is.
basically all three main prosecutors from the Phoenix Wright trilogy rolled into one. He's a cool talking British guy like Edgeworth.
No.
He hurts people in court and gets away with it like Franziska, and is quite poetic with many terms like Godot. And he's got.
In what way? In what way? I'm confusing myself there. In what way is he poetic like Godot? Excuse me?
Some Klavier Gavin in him because he calls people by different names. Your baldness? Foolbright? Who the hell comes up with this stuff? It's genius!
The writers.
Though if there were a couple of negative things to say, which are pretty much just
No. What was a little piece of text I added?
a couple of negative things.
You will renounce that previous statement, or else I'll remove your intestines with my katana. His non-existent katana. What is he gonna do? Fucking just grab him with his hand?
Things to say, which are pretty much just nitpicks, is that I would have liked to see him as
That's
a younger
better.
prosecutor in the court, and have seen him outside the court, say in the detention center.
I mean, you got that a little bit. You'll see him outside the court in Spirit of Justice.
And also have more of a backstory revealed about him. And finally, perhaps
Even more of a backstory. We got a backstory, but we need more of a backstory.
a DLC case can be added in the future with Blackquill as a prosecutor. But now I have
This case where he's, I mean, that it technically is a thing. The DLC case where he was the prosecutor in this game. I don't know if I was aware of it at the time, but yeah.
So Blackquill is the most badass character aside from the next two entries. So let's find out who they are.
What? So badassery is like now the standard of like how high they rank. Okay, it's so inconsistent.
So basically, it starts like this. First of all, Phoenix's
we
childhood is pretty
know.
relatable. He was friends with Edgeworth and Larry Butts, and when Phoenix was accused of stealing Edgeworth's money, Edgeworth himself came to his defense, thus starting the friendship of the two. And years later, Phoenix began to date Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'd forget Larry, I guess.
Fully defended Phoenix. This is what made him believe in his clients to the bitter end. And you have to give Phoenix some credit. He went against so many people over the course of 3 years that he's practically a legend. He took down that bastard Von Karma, the evil
We get it. You don't like Manfred von Karma.
actor Matt on Guard, and in an unfortunate way, Godot. And
In an unfortunate way. What? Why is it unfortunate?
we can't fail to mention that
I can guess why, because I love Godot. and he didn't deserve what he went through, and he was a good guy all along, and it's unfortunate that he had to get taken down.
And helping Blackquill just barely fucking escape from the freezing hand of death. And I can't fail to mention the—
What was that? Oh, this black charred skeletal hand.
Just barely fucking escape from the freezing hand of—
This hand suffers from severe frostbite. Not frostbite, that thing's burnt to a crisp!
And hell, the guy worked with Professor Layton. Okay, maybe I haven't played a Layton game yet, but still, Professor motherfucking Layton.
You just said you haven't played any of the Layton games, and you're like, Professor motherfucking Layton, like you know what he's all about. Shut up!
There is not one single character who can defeat Phoenix when it comes to their awesome and epicness, and total ability to make the extreme—
Their awesome and epicness, what does that mean?
boring career of law look badass.
It's badass. That's the bar. That's officially the bar we're setting for like ranking on this video in particular. How badass they are.
And now, after all this time, I'm ready to reveal not only my favorite prosecutor, and not only my favorite Ace Attorney character, but my favorite video game character of all time. And that person is Winston Payne!
I think that is a bit of a funny gag. I'll give myself that one. It's like, my favorite Ace Attorney character is Winston Payne! Favorite video game character? I don't know if that sticks. Maybe? I like Godot a lot. Like, Godot, really good character. Favorite video game character, though? I don't know. Maybe.
First of all, Godot is a white-haired, coffee-addicted badass who wears a visor just so he can see. And out of all the Ace Attorney characters, Godot is probably the one we know the most about.
No, that's very debatable. The most character, like, in the series that we know about, I don't think so. Edgeworth and Phoenix, I'd say, got him by that merit alone. Like, no way.
Appearing in just 3 cases of Trials and Tribulations, we get a hell of a ton revealed to us about—
No, 4. Are you not remembering that he was in the 4th case as well?
You think you've had shitty days? Well, yours is nothing compared to what shit Godot has gone through the day he woke up from his coma.
First of all, he was in a coma.
He purposefully mispronounces Phoenix's name as Wright, and he throws coffee at him when it's necessary. And I also just absolutely—
When it's necessary, more like when he just wants to. It's not— Since when is it necessary to throw coffee on someone?
Why he even became a prosecutor in the first place. It was because of the murder of Mia Fey that caused him to become a prosecutor just so he could face off against Phoenix for that particular final moment of the 5th case. Though—
Yep. Good job. You did it. You explained the plot. Good job. You did it for all the people that didn't fucking know. Good job.
Also, he had a pretty damn good reason to kill Misty Fey. Because he thought she was Dahlia—
He had a damn good reason to kill Misty Fey. Oh my god. That's like saying there's good reasons to kill anybody.
Godot, thanks for being my favorite prosecutor and my new most favorite video game character of all time.
It's like, thank you game character for doing these things. Like, you'll be able to reciprocate these feelings back to me. Thank you.
I will forever remember you as the badass coffee drinker who has the best prosecuting skills to ever be in existence.
No. He's not the best, like, if this list was just based on pure, prosecutorial skills, he wouldn't be on this list at all, I don't think. He sucks. He didn't win a single case. He's a competent lawyer, but it's like, he didn't win any cases. Like, it's just... This list is so confusing in how it wants to rank these characters, because is it based on their skill as a lawyer? Is it based on how badass they are, I guess, or is it just how much I like them as a character? Like, come on.
I'm Randiesel27, and
Yeah,
if the music that
that's
played
me.
during Ace Attorney started randomly playing during court trials, then that would make me want to drop everything and become a lawyer.
Yeah, I bet you wanna spend 100,000 on a law degree and do all that studying to become a lawyer. Yeah, I bet you want to do that. What is this hodgepodge of bullshit? Okay, so it's Animal Crossing, Mario, TF2, Metal Gear Solid, I think, Metroid Prime, Pokemon, Sonic, Mother, and No More Heroes, I'm pretty sure, and the Masked Man from Mother 3. And the Triforce as well. This is all Triforce. This is a hodgepodge of just, here's all these things that I'm into. Like, this looks so bad. It's so pixely. Look at it. It's awful. I was not even into Sonic, Pokemon, Metroid, all that much, like, at this time. This is just, what things can I put on here to say, oh yeah, this is who I am. This is all video games, baby. Back when I tried to draw, I don't want to draw. I don't want to try to redraw this. I feel like I could, but I don't want to. Back when I also did Let's Plays as well. Is there a little end bit?
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake?
That was so good. Oh my god, what a fucking video. Holy shit. Oh man. Oh, that was something. Oh man. God, 10 years. Not good. Very bad. Oh, it's of its time. I'm not gonna be too harsh on myself. I've changed. I feel like if I was to write this video now with hindsight and, you know, more characters to choose from, I feel like I could make it better, which, surprise ranking video, I'm gonna do the updated version of this right now based on my current opinions. I haven't replayed this series in a long while, but with, you know, 4 more games having come out, the crossover, Spirit of Justice, and 2 Great Ace Attorneys, we have more characters to choose from. So I'm gonna give you my top 5 attorneys and prosecutors of Ace Attorney, the 2024 edition. All right, defense attorneys. Number 5, I'm gonna go with Mia Fey. She's great, but she's only, you know, in the first trilogy, and you know, she's a great mentor. Ultimately, there's just better characters I like more. And number 4, this one pains me. I'm gonna have to move Athena down to number 4. I like Athena, but what a downgrade she gets from being like kind of the main character of Dual Destinies, kind of, to just being relegated to a side character and playable in a case where it's just a trial. It pains my heart, but she has to go number 4. Number 3, Apollo stays where he is, but he jumps up in quality for sure. Like, yeah, I personally like all the additions to his backstory that were added on in Spirit of Justice. Feels like I knew more about him in the end, and I liked him more as a character at that point. Number 2, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's just great character. I really love him. You know, he just being the star of 2 whole games like that is just really great character. By the way, I want to mention these have to be playable for more than just a single case. So, you know, Suzato, not on here. I guess Edgeworth would be qualified as like a defense attorney, but no, he was just in half of a case. And Gregory Edgeworth, also half a case, not really on there. So no on there. And for prosecutors, which were well, and I'll explain for prosecutors when we get there. And number 1, Phoenix Wright. Do I need to say anything why Phoenix Wright is my favorite? Do I? He's Phoenix Wright. All right, and go prosecutors. So for this one, no prosecutors that were just at the end of the game. for just one case. So, you know, Manfred von Karma, no. Queen Amara, not her. You know, Asogi, not him. Not applicable. None of those guys are on here. Just cause, you know, it was just one case. Asogi technically 2, but that might as well have been the same case. Okay, so number 5, Blackquill. He that's the biggest dip out of all of them. Like number 2 to number 5. I like Blackquill, but he's just not there. He's just not there for me as much. Cause, well, did he appear in Spirit of Justice? Just that one case that Athena was playable in. That's it. Number 4 is Franziska. Now, that's not that big of a jump, but I understand a lot more about Franziska, and I actually like her way more as a character than I previously did. And she's just really good. I really like Franziska a lot. You just like the kind of pressure she has to put on herself is great. Number 3, Barack Van Zieks. What a guy. Really great guy. Goes through just a really good character arc. And he's just hilariously racist. That's one way to put it. And number 2 is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I mean, he's Miles Edgeworth. What do I gotta say? He's Miles Edgeworth. Like, he's... As I once heard a Super Eye Patch Wolf describe it, he's Lawyer Vegeta, which I'd say is pretty accurate. And number 1, Godot, of course. I mean, he's still my favorite Ace Attorney character, my favorite of all time, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. I love Godot, just such an awesome character, and yeah, he's just number 1 for me. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little decade advancement in humanity that I have gone through, and just it was fun to experience, you know, this old ass video of mine. I can't believe it's been 10 years since I made this video. It's been 10 years since I got into Ace Attorney, which is crazy. I can't believe that. Thanks so much for watching. I've said that a billion times already. Okay, bye.